Kenneth Gray is a retired FBI special agent and a senior lecturer with the University of New Haven's Criminal Justice Department. He joins me from Madison, Connecticut. Kenneth, do you think this is a strong case against Trump? Previous DAs have decided not to pursue charges, so what's changed?
So I do believe that this is a fairly weak case. There are 34 counts here, but these 34 counts need to have something to bootstrap it back from being misdemeanors into a felony. We've yet to see what exactly that is, unless they're going to tie it into election fraud. And that has already been looked at from a federal side, and they just chose not to pursue those charges. And so I think that we'll have to wait and see exactly how this plays out. But I think at this point it does feel somewhat thin. That being said, with white collar crime cases, these type of cases are brought forward all the time, quite often for success. And so we'll have to see how this plays out.
There's no gag order in this case, and we are expecting to hear from the former president in just over an hour's time. I know, as our reporter Andy Rosejan told us, that his attorneys are likely reminding him not to say anything incendiary, but we know Trump tends to not hold back. Could what he says be used against him if the case goes to trial, potentially?
I think that he would be well advised not to say anything at all about the judge. That after all, this is a judge that will be proceeding over the case, and I think that his attorneys have warned him. But as you say, he often goes off script. And so, as far as Alvin Bragg goes, I imagine that President Trump will say something about Alvin Bragg, about him bringing this case forward. Alvin Bragg actually got elected with a promise to go after Donald Trump. And so I'm sure that that will figure into some of his statements about the fact that he has been solely focused on him instead of the crime in New York.
Well, what do you think we'll likely see over the next few months as far as a strategy from the Trump defense between now and a possible trial?
We're going to see a flurry of motions, everything from dismissing it based upon the lack of jurisdiction in this case, the fact that the clock has run on these charges. You're going to see claims that basing the indictment upon statements by Michael Cohen, a person who has already been a proven liar, puts this entire case at risk. You're going to see all kinds of emotions come out of the Trump team. So it will be an interesting couple of months. I think this case will not happen within a year's time frame. I think this is going to be a long, drawn out process.
If that is the case, and this does go to trial, say potentially in the spring next year, that's right in the middle of the election season. Trump, of course, is running for the re-election in 2024. What could that potentially mean for him to be on trial or possibly even taking the witness stand in the middle of campaigning for the presidency?
So, President Trump has made his entire campaign about draining the swamp, about the fact that he is a target by the deep state. This plays right into the deep state concept. The fact that he says that they are using every tool of power here to attack him, to try to keep him from being reelected. So I think that the fact that you see his success in fundraising over the last couple of days, millions of dollars raised for his campaign, based upon the indictment here, I think that you're going to see this make him stronger and stronger. There are no people that are undecided. The left opposes him. The right is now in favor of him. People who were not in support of Trump but were Republicans, many of those are now in support of Trump because of the fact that the lines have been drawn.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Kenneth Gray joining us from Madison, Connecticut. Thank you for your time.